Okay, camera's on.
Alright.
Okay. When I paid to have someone cut it before, you see the biggest oak tree right there, kind of in line with this? They just went right in front of that and kind of trimmed some of these others back a little bit, but then just kind of went straight down. Yeah, used to, the association had their their cleanup crews come through and they would trim the road fronts like that. They don't do it anymore. They tell everybody it's our responsibility, but that's how they cut it when they did it.
Alright, so
They put it back
let's go with this then. If that's your validation point, then I gotta cut all this. You're talking about basically like
Right.
right here. And I don't shouldn't have to go all the way back to the street. Maybe if I just covered this section right here just enough to get you some space to get it. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, it looks like you have to go right between the trees and that big tree.
Yeah.
Probably have to go get haul all and all. I've got a fire pit. I just didn't know how much of it I was going to have. But,
Yeah.
you know, I could burn it over a period of time. I don't have to burn it all at one time.
Well, whatever you get in your section.
Well, we could, but I figured you just probably wouldn't want to spend one day to do this. But see, my lot goes all the way basically to the tree that's hanging over right there. I put my line further over because they've already destroyed it. There, they cut trees down the line. And I run that line myself when I come in there and tell the morning. I said, you know what? I said, I don't mind people coming in and building homes, but I said, when you start pushing, I mean, they put a whole load of rock, all kind of garbage pushed over. They took a backhoe and pushed that junk over on my lawn.
Right
Cut the
on.
trees down, we're gonna road them over. And there's one way at the back that the concrete truck pushed all the way halfway my lawn back. And I told him, I said, y'all don't have no right to go there and do that. I said, that's my lawn. Oh, it was just an old empty lot, nobody does anything with it. I said, it's my lawn, I live right here. And I said, I don't want my trees cut. And I said, I don't want all this debris left on my lawn either.
Oh. Clean that
He
up.
said, well, we'll clean that up when we clean up the job when they finish the house. I thought to myself, yeah. I said, you'll probably clean up what you want to for this house and leave that on my property. For me to have to do it. But I told him, I said, from now on, I said, I've given you several feet of my property on the side of it, because you've already flattened them all out anyway. You've got junk on it anyway. But I said, don't cross the line. I said, don't go past that line. They were gonna cut like a driveway from there. I said, you can't do that.
No.
It's easement. I said, that's my easement, and it's other people's easement, not your easement.
Right?
And this is just a construction company building it. They're gonna put that place up for sale. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't here when you came. Like I said, I'd waited on you since early this morning. I figured you'd come early. You know, I didn't know if you had any other jobs or not.
Oh yeah.
I figured I'd be back before you ever showed up in the post
Yeah.
office.
I figured you would have been here too. That's why I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Did I show up somewhere I'm not supposed to be or something?
No,
What is this?
you were in the right spot.
Alright, so this is what I did take
Yeah,
out
yeah.
from up there. That
Up
was
here.
the
So it was hanging over the road.
that was what was hanging up
Yeah.
over
Over the road. That's
And
the
then-
tree. That's the one that hurt his hand.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Then I had cut some up in here. Basically, I cut like the higher parts,
That was down.
but I didn't know anything about these ones being cut. That's where I guess the confusion was.
Yeah, they cut back pretty much as far as they possibly could back this way. They just left the big tree, which is fine, as long as it don't fall over on the street. falls over, I guess. Later.
But like I said, I don't mind coming back out here.
Well, do you live around here?
Yeah, we live in Acton.
Oh, okay.
We're always on this side of town. That's far enough.
Well, no, I'm just thinking about the bigger picture. Cause there's gonna be a lot. I mean, if you see this pile is already
Yeah.
a chunk, and that was just from up top. But I mean, I could start taking some of this out, and then if it's getting too overwhelming, I would just.
Yeah. Well, do whatever you think. I mean, you can start cutting it. I can start dragging some of it around to the other side.
Yeah, I mean, I can cut a little more for sure.
And we'll just see how far back it goes.
Yeah, let's just do it like that.
It's been years since it was cut this much way before. And like I said, the last time the limbs got kind of overgrown, I come out here and trim them back myself. I had fixed a rock garden around the cedar tree back over there, and it looks like the flowers that were growing around the rock garden took all the water from the cedar tree, and it's turned brown now, but the ones on the other lot have died years ago.
Yeah, I did take some of.
Yeah, we took some. That,
Oh, I did have
all the blades that we ordered from
Oh, you borrowed a. Well, I've got an electric chainsaw that I use myself. I don't know if you want to fool with it or not, but I don't know how far. I've got I guess about 100-foot drop.
My brother does my chainsaw. It's a whole ordeal. I hope I'm not a camera right
Yeah, you are. I don't know how much you're showing, but
Yeah, right.
I got this area filming.
Right. Yeah.
I figured if you needed jobs, this would be a good way for you to advertise. And, you know, you make sure you give me your full name and your phone number or whatever, and I can add it to the video. Because I usually post it on Facebook too. So that'll help you get some jobs.
So you can edit stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what we're working with on your electric chainsaw. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I mean, I can do what I can with that, but it ain't gonna get me very far.
Get in the shed to get it.
Hey.
Hello.
I'll turn. Well, I got Cody out here cutting up the tree limbs on the side of the street through the road access part. So he'll be here for a while cutting tree limbs. I was going to drag that one too, though. But that's a little bit big and heavy for me to drag. You have to cut it in a bit more. I got so much stuff in my yard that's not doing too much. See how my tree is turning back. so good. Oh my God, the hummingbirds love them. Oh gosh. I usually wear my bandana out here to keep the sweat out of my eyes. Yeah, I was gonna say, can you cut this one up a little bit? We can get that one out of the way. You know, cut like the limb off of it.
Yeah.
Cut it littler limbs.
Yeah.
It's a little bit heavy and big, but try to drag it. Way to go with this cord. Probably over this way to get it out of the. Make sure it's still burning.
That's what I said.
That sun's hot.
It is.
I tell you what, before noon, when the shade is still over here, it's a difference of night and day from now.
For sure. The sun is going down more.
And then, of course, in the evening, it gets cooler too. Whew. But having my YouTube channel, I'm out in the garden all times of the day, you know, and I usually just wet my clothes completely with perspiration and have to go inside, cool off, change clothes.
Oh yeah, 'cause
Oh yeah. Sure.
that's normally what we do. Normally our shirts will be sold.
There's that. Much smaller pieces now.
Whew.
Huh?
Talk about make a pile over there.
Wow. I hope that saw's cutting all right.
Does it look like it?
I had so many trees, and for a long time it was hard to get anybody to do any kind of work like that, so I just got a chainsaw and started doing my own. But I said, I've spent so much time outside doing stuff now, I said I need help with this. It'd take me a month to get it done by myself. Whew.
If you ever need any help, we can help you.
that's good to know. I'm gonna keep your name and your number down. So.
Yes, ma'am, for sure. Let us know.
Because if that cedar tree is really dead, I know it's going to be like those other ones. It's not going to be long before it's going to be fell over, and it's going to go in every different direction because there's so many trunks to it.
Yeah.
Some of the branches have already dropped because I had it cut to where I could walk under it, and they wouldn't. They, you know, I'd clear my head.
Yeah.
That one needs to be cut too. But now there's several places going around it that I snagged my hair in it.
Yeah.
And I'm a shorty, so it, you know, anybody tall going through there will get slapped in
He's the only tall one. Him and his brother. But his brother don't work with us no more. It's just me and him. Back to what it used to be.
the face. Yeah. Whew.
Huh?
Yeah.
One of my YouTubers asked me one time on one of my lives, they said, "What kind of makeup do you use?" I said, "Makeup? In Texas?"
Oh, fuck. You don't need no necklace.
I said, "Working out in the yard, you can't wear makeup."
It's all over your face.
It'll be on there for all of 5 minutes till you wipe it all off and you start wiping your face.
Yeah, that is true.
Mascara end up in your eyes.
Oh.
And I'm allergic to all of it anyway, so.
I don't wear makeup. The only time I wear makeup is if we're going somewhere, like out to eat or something.
Yeah, me too. And eyebrow pencil is about it.
Yep, that's about it.
Even that disappeared in just a few minutes after when I started sweating. Good gracious, just dragging a couple of little limbs around just that little bit of distance in this hot sun. My hair is already wet.
Yeah.
Whew.
It's so hot.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
grab the water hose and just hunt it on me. I should have told that work crew over there if they wanted to cut some trees, come here and cut the road for it.
Right.
For free.
She's making some ice water.
Okay.
Who's over here?
Huh?
Who's over here?
All these lots they can. Build homes and then turn around and sell them.
I get all these weird calls all the time. Somebody can come out here and clear my lot. And I go look at that and I'm like, I'm not clearing your forest. Like, no thank you.
I don't even have the equipment to do
I
that.
said I like to do trees, but there's a limit to
Well,
that.
I almost cut those trees on that lot one time. I'm kind of glad now I did. Because this guy come around that has one of those big stump grinder things.
Yeah.
They just start at the top, grind it all the way down past the dirt, and put far down as they can go. But I told him, I said, though, with my experience, I said, if you don't get the roots and all the stump up, they grow back. He said, yeah, you'll have to mow it. And I said, no, maybe I don't want to do that.
Yeah, no.
Because I don't want to have to mow another lot. It's coming through He might want to back, if that's him, he may want to back it in his driveway or something.
I've got a little more before I run out of steam. Question, what are you doing tomorrow? Morning.
Right here.
That might be the better solution.
It's up to you. I'm not gonna, it's not a matter of life or death. It's got to be done today. Wait till next morning and come back and do it. That's fine. I mean, I understand. It's pretty hot out there.
Yeah, plus I'm trying to get a good video. I think right now I'm making myself look like a clown.
No. It's supposed to be 97 degrees today, and it's probably hit that right about now.
Right?
I forgot all about my camera here. We're over here taking a water break. It's so hot.
Yeah.
Thanks, 97.
Water break.
Water break. A much needed water break.
Sure. Yeah, it's already 97 in today.
That's the high. It was going to be 97.
I mean, that's what I told her. I
And,
said,
and it says it feels like 100.
I said I probably got a little bit left in me. And then we can come back in the morning. and take
Yeah,
the rest.
yeah.
I'd rather do it in the morning where I can breathe than be out here in this rain.
That's the reason I told you if you hadn't eaten lunch, you might be able to take a
Oh, yeah,
lunch
we stopped
break.
at-
Hey, we ate a little something.
We stopped at Tommy to cook.
If we didn't, I would have probably been out on the ground.
Yeah.
By now. I like this though. And like I said, we do it all, so I mean, if you need help with anything, just let us know.
Definitely leaves. Please.
I thought a few times after I told the guy I didn't want the trees cut, ground down, that I might eventually get the underbrush cleared, but then I said, I don't know if I want to even do that, because then that will let a lot of wind through here.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with none
I
of
just
them.
leave that
Like,
alone.
I tell everybody it's my privacy fence.
that's good. 'Cause to whoever buys that house, yeah, you definitely want privacy. Sure.
Right now, I'm messing with your fence line.
Well, the real estate lady that bought it, she wanted to buy my lot too, and I said no. For the plain simple fact is, if I do, there's going to be a house like within 5 foot of me right here in my yard, and I don't want that. And she said, well, we're putting up privacy fences. I said, yeah, but you're still going to be right on top of my yard. It's too close.
No.
My daughter and her husband bought a house in Watauga years ago,
Uh-huh.
and it was the same way, only 5 feet between the house and the property line.
Oh,
And they had privacy fences up between them,
wow.
but you could go in your backyard, for a cookout, and if the neighbors were in their backyard, you could hear every word that was said.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's
you're
too
back
close.
there whispering, in your backyard.
That's too close.
They didn't like it. They moved and they sold that place and bought an acre lot out in Vista Ranch.
What all you got here in your garden?
And anything that I can get to grow, I've got cucumbers, which aren't producing too good right now, but I got bell peppers producing like crazy, hot peppers. I got tree collards, purple kale,
Ooh,
tomatoes like crazy.
you got some goodies.
Yeah, I've got the other half of the garden is over on the other side, under the shade cloth.
Yeah.
There's a lot of tomato plants under there and peppers and stuff.
Well, I love it.
And
Every
see
time we
the
go to-
kale and the spinach and stuff like that, that'll live right on through most of the freezes. Unless we get like
Ooh, I
a
love
week
kale
long
too.
freeze.
Kale is good.
So every time we go to the store to get jalapenos or anything,
Cucumbers.
they're always hot. Every time we go, they get hotter and hotter.
I like
Yeah.
cucumbers. I like bell peppers, jalapenos, hot peppers.
Well, I've got all different kinds of hot peppers. Habaneros, the red hot peppers,
Actually,
cayennes, jalapenos.
Ooh.
I may have put more water in there. I think there's plenty of ice.
yeah, there's plenty of alcohol to go fix with that. That heat tears up the stomach. Bad. It was just, I really had
Just hold you to a pepper.
Oh, heck no. I don't want no pepper.
Oh yeah, that'll do your stomach a world of good. You know what? I used to love to eat them when I was a lot younger, but now I can bite into a jalapeno. The minute it hits my throat and my stomach, I got the hiccups. It's like my stomach is protesting the heat. I can't take the heat anymore.
Yeah. I know last April, I had my blood pressure
Oh no.
because of having so much.
So do you sell all those vegetables, or what do you do with them?
No, I grow them, and that's part of my YouTube channel. It's composting in place, which I do because I make usually my own garden soil instead of having to buy bags of garden soil.
Right.
And then I show them how they can plant stuff in the totes and buckets and big pots like you would in the ground. We're too rocky here. I mean, I could grow anything in this dirt. I mean, it's good dirt because I planted peas out here and they grew like crazy. But the first time it started getting real hot, they died because you can't keep them watered enough. The ground don't hold the moisture. I feel sorry for her. I've been in her shoes many a time.
Yeah.
Whew.
It gets me like that sometimes too,
But I do videos on how to cook a lot of it. I make cowboy candy with the hot peppers. I make chow chow with green tomatoes. You ever had chow chow?
Yeah.
It's like
I
a
like
pickle relish, only it's made with tomatoes. I love it.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, for sure. So do you like sell the stuff or do you?
Most of it
Give
I'll
it
give
away,
it
or what do
to
you
some
do?
of my family for Christmas presents.
Oh.
Like I've got a brother in Arizona, he can't have a garden. He doesn't do any of that kind of stuff, so I've sent him jars of cowboy candy and chow chow and watermelon rind jam and all kind of stuff like that for presents. I put some on Poshmark for a while there, and I had a few people asking about it, but nobody really bought any. But yeah, I usually, what I don't use, my son will get, or some of the family members or my neighbors will get. I just made a small batch of what I call Christmas cowboy candy.
What is that?
Well, the reason I call it that is because of the Christmas colors. I didn't put just jalapenos, you know, the green ones. There's red ones, there's gold peppers, there's green peppers, a mixture of all of them in it. So it's kind of colorful for Christmas.
That's awesome. Yeah, I like all that stuff. Every time I go to the market, I always look around at all the cowboy candy and all that kind of stuff. And I buy from them all the time. But yeah, peppers I had at my house just went bad. I was mad.
Some you bought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
they
like I
don't-
can't eat them quick enough.
You can freeze them if you're going to take them out and maybe chop them up and put them in something to season them.
Like hot sauce.
Yeah, cut up a couple to put in hot sauce. You can freeze them and then take them out and chop them. You can freeze them and take them out, chop them up, put them in pinto beans, or, you know, I make chili beans. Is what we always call chili beans. My kids loved it. It's just a big pot of pinto beans cooked with ground beef in
Right.
it, chili, and I throw in a little bit of jalapeno to make it a little heated, but not real hot, because kids wouldn't eat it if it was too hot. I wouldn't either. Yeah, the last time I bit into a hot pepper, my son made stuffed jalapenos.
Yeah.
He says, "Mom, try one of these. They're real good." I said, "I know they are, but I said they're too hot for my stomach. My stomach can't handle them anymore." He says, "Mom, I took the seed and all the rib and all that part out of them, and it makes it not as hot." I said, "Son, that pepper is just as hot now as it was before you took the seeds out." "No, Mom, it cools it down." He finally kept on. Well, I took a bite of it. The minute I swallowed it, I got major hiccups. I couldn't stop hiccuping. My stomach was in spasms. He said, "Mom, what's wrong?" I said, "My stomach don't like that jalapeno."
Right. That's what a lot of people think. It's like, actually, you're actually wrong when you say that the peppers is one that the seeds and everything in the pepper actually makes it hotter. You're wrong.
Nope.
That's not what makes it
You
hot.
can take every one of the seeds,
And
every
it
bit of the
still be
rib
hot.
out. It's still just as hot as it was before.
Yep.
It's not going to matter.
That seed ain't what makes it hot.
And there's one that grew out there, and I had planted some banana peppers, which are not hot. And then there was another pepper, and I don't remember the name of it, but it looks just like a yellow banana pepper. And I picked it and I bit into the end of it just to see if it was hot. And oh man, it put the end of my tongue on fire. I said, "Nope, this is not the sweet banana
I
pepper."
like these peppers.
What do you do with them when you have them? Just put them in
I like the
salsa and cook them.
Good.
Yeah.
I can eat.
Stuffed little peppers sound pretty good.
Yeah.
That sound.
I gotta go fill the water thing up again.
Yeah, I just have to dirty my cup.
said she made colorful cowboy candy.
Ooh. That last one you did got. I didn't like that
What time you got? My ass is full.
one. 40.
We got a little left in the tank, and that's
I don't have nothing.
I'll put it in that. Wyatt, that's already came down there. You know what? We could probably talk her into it. Just keep them quick.
That's one, I made a couple of the small jars this year. That's one of the last batch I made. But I thought it was colorful, so that's the reason I called it my Christmas cowboy candy. Yeah, there's orange, red, green.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
You can have that one.
Okay.
Try it, see if you like it.
Yeah, I will.
Now he's letting you know here.
I like this stuff. That's mine.
There's
That's
a
my
lady
passion. I really like the cooking.
in Acton. They have greenhouses and they
Oh, really?
yeah
They grow?
they grow peppers. And
That is unique. Oh, yeah. Have you ever had candy coated bacon?
I've seen it made, but I've never made any.
Pretty good.
I said that looked like a heart attack waiting to happen. If the fat in the bacon don't kill you, the heat of the jalapeno will.
Yeah, well, look, if you
But
take
it's probably real good.
if you take bacon, pickle, and a jalapeno, like the slices, the pickle slices and the jalapeno slices, with the bacon, and you wrap the bacon around those and eat it, it's pretty good. I don't know why that combination is good. I guess you got like the savory with the sweet and the spice.
Salt and all that, yeah. Makes a good combination. I make what I call cowboy candy relish too. I chop it up like you would a relish.
Yeah.
And make just like the cowboy candy, but it's just chopped up. I like to do that too. I haven't made any of that this year though. Because sometimes when I make, like I said, my beans and stuff, I'll take a couple of spoonfuls of the hot peppers or the cowboy candy and put it in my beans.
Alright, you fly, get away from me. Is that the forest?
No, I'd be fine, literally. I could finish the whole thing if I wasn't out there in that beating sun.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, well, that's for that sun to disappear. You're gonna have to wait a couple hours, and it'll be gone. But be gone in the morning, but then it's gonna be right back.
you go there early, get up early.
Already dead tired. I might go to bed when I get home.
Sure.
Well, after dinner, of course.
It has
Well, I
been-
tell you, you don't have to do too much out in the hot heat this time of year to get wiped out real quick.
Oh no,
Oh yeah, it drains you.
that shit is a little. When you walk out the door.
Try this tonight.
The way I do my stuffed peppers, if I'm gonna put cream cheese and jalapeno in it, I'll get the sweet peppers, the little ones that look like a jalapeno. You know, you can get them all different colors. And I think that's pretty, you know.
Right.
Have red ones and gold ones and yellow ones and green ones. And I mix the cowboy candy if I have the relish, or chop those up real fine and mix it up in the cream cheese
Mm-hmm.
and then stuff the sweet peppers with it. That way I can control the heat.
Oh, sure.
So you do that with, okay, what kind of peppers is it? Like a poblano peppers or what?
Well, like, they're sweet peppers, but they look just like the hot peppers, the little ones.
Right.
And I buy, if I don't have any of them, I'll buy a bag of them. You can get a bag at like Brookshire's or Walmart or anywhere. They're little peppers about that long. They look similar to a jalapeno, but they're in different colors. You get red
Oh.
ones.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
In the bag, they're mixed colors. I'll get them and stuff them just like you do the jalapeno. Only I'll put the cowboy candy and the cream cheese to stuff them.
Okay.
That way I can get it
That's
as
a good
hot
idea.
or as mild as I want it. I can control the heat. I don't have that whole jalapeno pepper to bite into.
Right.
Sure.
That actually sounds pretty good though. It definitely sounds good.
And then I wrap it with bacon like you do the other ones.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
good. I can eat those. I can't eat the whole jalapeno.
Oh, no. He if he eats jalapenos, he kind of slices it and gives the other half to his brother or his dad. He
Sounds
can't
like we're in a war zone.
eat- yeah, with those acorns. Must be a squirrel if they're trying to drop them down or something.
No, they fall like this time of year. Before the leaves start falling, the acorns fall. And the first year we lived here, every time they did, I'd jerk and look like, what in the world? And then I realized it was the acorns hitting the house. All day and night.
Now that lady from Pecan.
What lady? Oh, the one that we were trying to get to yesterday?
Yeah. Now she wants to know where you at.
That's what you said. Say you didn't even give me your
Strange.
address.
Yeah, I even told her I was in there. Nothing.
He gets this lady yesterday called me. He calls her back and she don't answer. Then he texts her and she never takes back. Now she don't take it back.
Well, I could have got right back with him when he first texted me about being here,
Mhm.
but I forgot my phone. It was laying on the kitchen table,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm out in town, and I didn't get his message till I got home. Because the message would have come through the car and would have alerted me that he sent it, and
Give me a guess on what
Is that the lady in the car?
to-
Oh, the one by the house. That's you. There we go. We had so many crazy. We get to the first job. He's getting quote. Who's this cat? It's an orange.
yeah, I've got 2 orange tabbies.
Yeah, I just seen one get
They both adopted me.
I don't feel bad. We have
Little buddy came here first, and I'd be out in the garden, and he was right at my feet. The whole time I was working in the garden, he was either walking in and out of my feet, or he was laying right beside me, following me around.
He's right there. He's right there.
Yeah, and he was here for like 2 years, and then Lucky come along, another little orange tabby,
Aw. We have an orange one,
and he does the
orange and
same
white,
thing.
and we got a black and white one.
He does the same thing. He'll follow me usually if I'm out here. I'm surprised they're not over here right now.
Well, I just seen one over there coming through the fucking house back down in there now.
Oh, where's my britches? I'd get out here and get my bell pepper.
Yeah, I love bell peppers. Holy smack.
Those look like those.
Yeah, I ran out there and had to go to the post office because I do trivia nights on my channel on Thursday nights. And I had a prize for the winner last night, so I went and got it in the mail today.
Oh, I was wondering, I was like, hey, we're here.
And I stopped by the store and I picked up my pumpkin, and I just run into Brookshire's because I was going to get a red onion, because I've used all my red onions that I grew. And I didn't have any more, so I said, I need a red onion for this recipe. So I went in there just to get an onion. I come out with a pumpkin, a package of pork chops, my onion. I don't even know what else I got.
Oh yeah.
And then we'll take that fuel and stuff over there. Whew.
Oh man. I know when I'm out working in the yard and I get all sweaty and hot and I'm out there for hours, I go in the house, I take a shower and I just die. I mean, I sit down, I can't get up again.
That's us.
Like the other day before yesterday, it took me all day to mow my yard. Because I mowed and mowed and mowed, and then it got so hot I had to stop. I stopped for a couple of hours right in the heat of the day. And then I went out there and mowed the rest of the back, all back here. The next day, I didn't want to do anything.
Yeah, that's how we do. If we work all day, we be done by 12. That lady that we borrowed the pulse off from, she needed it because she was going to her mom's and she needed it so she can cut some leaves at her mom's because they were burying her dog.
Well, I started my channel because, you know, I needed a way to come up with extra money for my income to help pay bills. And I said it took me about 40 years to figure out how to really grow stuff here in Texas. Because I'm from North Carolina. Anywhere there you throw seeds down, it's going to grow.
Right.
You know, with no problem. The ground's so wet. But here, it's good dirt. But it's so rocky up on this hill that it does not hold moisture.
Moisture, yeah.
You have to water 2 times a day, and then if it's out in the sun, it's still going to burn up.
Yeah.
So I found if you plant in 5-gallon bags, things like that, and the reservoir of water in the bottom, put your drain holes a couple inches up, it'll work. Because it keeps the bottom of the pot moist, and the roots will go down to where the moisture is, and you only have to water them maybe once or twice a week in the hottest part of the summer.
I'm tired. I don't like summer.
So that's what my channel is about. Growing, composting, cooking, and whatever else I can think to put on there. I've been doing the actual videos for about 2 years now. I've got way over 1,000 I should show him working instead of us sitting. Show Cody working instead of us sitting. Cutting tree limbs on the road front. Whoo, that breeze. That little bit of breeze feels like heaven.
It does. I like it when it really blows. When this summer goes away, I don't like summer. Summer is not my friend. My friend's the cold.
Is that as far down as you can cut those?
I'll cut some more on it.
He was just kind of cut.
Getting them out of your way. I know
Manageable.
you have to eat tree limbs when you're trying to cut them.
Oh yeah.
Right.
That's not fun.
That's what I'm trying to do, shorten it up.
Yeah, see the people that put this rock garden in here when they first put this mobile home in here, about 6 years before I moved here, they didn't put drip lines or anything. They weren't thinking of that when they fixed the rock garden.
Right.
And I said,
you gotta go out here and water it yourself.
so I come out here with the garden hose and water. Unless it's the rainy season.
When these were rain. That rain that we had for that week.
Well, I tell you, year before last, this rock garden was beautiful. I had every kind of flower bulb planted in this thing that you could imagine. And we got quite a bit of rain that summer. Every bulb came up. It was blooming. It was beautiful. All my rose bushes were blooming here, all around the side of the house. And now most of my rose bushes are gone.
because of the drought we had since then.
Yeah. It's crazy.
You know, when the roots are down so low, you can't water that plant enough to keep it alive because the water doesn't get down to the roots. Because knockout roses, they go down to China.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Putney's Lamb. You already know.
Back up when the sun goes down.
I was wondering what he did with that trailer. He put it back over there. Yeah. Brett and Diane probably didn't care if they parked it over there. They have more room over there than in the driveway.
I'm digging. I'm digging. Look at this. Like I've got a lot of it done. Really. There's not really too much more cuts I can do. If I can find some. I might be able to do this. No, we're tired. here in a second. Like I said, let's just, well, I don't know. You think we can do it?
Tired.
Those other shears would be.
I had a couple of these moonflower pods
Okay.
in a bucket around there. I'm gonna put a couple in a bag.
Okay.
You just have to get the seed out of them.
Okay.
Just be careful not to stick your finger with those stickers.
What is it? Moon?
That's moonflower.
Moonflowers. They where they put out a flower around here.
Oh,
The flower turns into a pod about that big around, a ball. Looks like a porcupine. And when it turns brown, it's full of seeds. It's got about 100 seeds in one pod. And I picked a bunch of them off and put them in a little bucket around there the other day. And I haven't taken the time to get the seeds out of them yet.
right.
But they're pretty beautiful white flowers that are about that big around when they open. Great big things. And they only open at night. They stay open all night, and then when the sun hits them, when it gets really hot about 10, 11 o'clock, they'll close up and die and turn into a seed pod. Whew.
It's almost there. I almost got it there.
Well, maybe if you're not in a hurry, just keep taking breaks and go back at it every once in a while, and we'll get it. We don't have to come back another day.
Hey, I think we might be able to.
You might be able to knock it out today and then have tomorrow for your other job.
Hey, yeah, we might be able to. For real. Yeah, I told her if she brings
There's
those.
one gap here that's enough in there to cut.
Yeah, I know. Like literally all it is right here.
And there's a couple of tree limbs right there on that old cedar tree. There's not much there. It's not out that far.
Right. Might be able to do it.
Except for just cutting those little stumps down low.
That's why I said if she would get those shears out. Start snipping some of these low ones so I can get them.
I wish I could have called him with that backhoe over here. Talked the guy into pushing them over and ripping the stumps right out of the ground. Because it's getting so close to the road. They keep inching their way this way.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Every time they're cut and they sprout up new branches from the ground, they come further and further this way.
We almost got it.
I know.
It's like right there.
Okay.
Some of these were cut in the front here, where I could get to
The base.
the base of them. We'll have it. And then on that other thing, I'll just take a little bit off there. We can pull the hedges out for that.
Okay.
That just needs to be trimmed up a tiny
I think we can do it. Just gotta
Okay. Well, let me sit
maybe
here for a minute.
Maybe take little breaks and then.
I tell you, I can't. I said, you know how long it would take for a tree from the ceiling to get big enough to put off shade out here?
Yeah, the
Especially when
foreman
you
sound
can't
dumb
water
when they
it.
talk. I noticed that. They sound dumb.
It'd take years for that thing to get big enough to put out shade.
Yeah, you could plant new trees, but you know how long that's gonna take?
Those two crepe myrtles have been there for so many years, it's ridiculous. And look at the size of them. I planted the smallest one 2 years ago, and it's just that big right now.
Yeah.
And that's what I planted it there for, because it didn't have any trees. And I said, if they ever get big enough, they'll put out a little bit of shade from the carpet.
Whew.
Oh, you tired all the time. Oh, we can do it.
We go fill up the water jug.
I mean, do you want the hedger? So you can trim all that right there?
Let's give me the loppers. I can get all the small
If
stuff
you
off.
do that and I could whack those pieces that are right there, we got this.
Still a little bit of ice in it.
Just stick it right there and I'll get them in a minute. Come take a break.
Yeah, they're pretty warm.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
I'm gonna have to take me a cold shower.
Yeah, my water heater was out for about a week before I could get anybody here to
Fix it.
fix it or replace it. And it was so hot. I got in there and it was kind of a shock right at first when it hit. But then after you got all wet, it just felt so good just to stand there under that cold water.
Mm-hmm. If I get too hot out, that's when I'd rather take a cold shower or a cold bath.
And the day they came out here, I had been working in the yard. They told me when they'd be here, so I came in the house real quick. I got in there, took me a cold shower, you know, got dried off, got dressed, got my hair brushed out, got back out there at the back, just in time for them to open the little closet door where the water heater was.
Mm-hmm.
And they said something about, well, we got to get this thing fixed so you don't have to take cold showers. I said, well, that's what I've been doing it for about over a week now. Don't bother me in this hot weather. I said, I just took a shower in ice cold water. And they saw my hair was all wet and everything. They knew I just come out of the shower. I said, yeah, I know there's a lot of women that would not have even dreamed of getting in there to take a cold shower. Even if it's 100 degrees outside.
Me, I don't care. I'd rather take a cold shower than a hot shower.
garden hose on and just hold it over my head. Stand there and take a shower with the garden hose. It just feels so good. Because once you get wet, get your clothes wet, you're cool.
Yeah.
You're ready to go back to work. You might be wet, but cool it off. Well, I guess I already got your phone number and your name. No, I got Cody. I don't know what your last name was. I don't guess it matters. I can say call Cody and there's his number.
Yeah, there you go.
And then Cody Lewis.
Yeah, sitting under these shade trees here, it's relatively cool. It's bearable in the summer.
There it is.
And I love to come out here and just sit and get out of the air conditioned, closed in house, you know. And if these trees weren't here, I couldn't do that.
No. That's what I'm saying. You got the perfect mix of trees right here. to make
I
it
said they
shade
look
tree.
like they belong in a horror movie.
Oh, you definitely look like you could film a movie in here. That's for sure.
Well, that big tree there, you see where one of the big limbs broke off and it
Yeah.
laid down over the little fountain with the rock garden there.
Yeah.
And it was just hanging there. I mean, it was still barely attached up at the top, but the top had fallen over. So my son got up on the ladder and finished cutting it loose, got rid of it. He said, Mom, the other one needs to come down because it's just before falling. But I said, well, just let it fall. We'll deal with it then.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and if you notice, the roads out here, the trees out by the road, they go up and then they curve out.
Yeah, they go out toward the sun. They're trying to get out from under the other trees and grow toward the sun is what it is.
Yeah, that's.
And that's the way these do. They grow that way trying to go toward the sun. It's crazy, but they still give me shade, so.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how many years it would have taken to plant a tree and it get that big to put off as much shade as those scrubby things do. A long time.
Yeah, my grandpa planted a pecan tree when they moved in our old house. The house was 101 years old. The pecan tree was about the same age. And it had a hole in the middle of it. And bees used to get up in the tree and make honey. And then you can see the honey just leaking out the tree.
Wow.
It's 101 years old.
Well, it tickled me because they clear off every lot just like they did that one. The only tree they left is that one in the corner towards the tree.
One thing.
They pushed down everything else, and that lot was full of trees, and that one over there was too. But then when they take a break from building, they get hot. Where do you think they go? They're under the shade tree.
Yeah. Taking a nap. What they do.
And the people that buy the house want a shade tree too. Brandon next door said she'd give anything if she had a shade tree in her yard. I mean, in the evening, you know, she starts getting shade on her front porch because the sun starts coming from that direction and it shades the whole driveway and the front porch. But the rest of the day, it's in the sun.
Wow. That's crazy. Maybe where that fence is, where they parked there, I guess that tractor trailer. Truck's still there. Maybe that's where they're gonna build a house or something.
Well, no, the people that own that property that's in the fence and the property here that's inside the fence, it's the same person that owns it all. The guy that used to own that house over there, and it faces the other street, he also owned this lot on this side, and he put a pool house in there. He put in a halfway in-ground pool, and they built like a pool house over it in the backyard. And when he side, they bought it all and then fenced it in. The only fence that the builders put up was the one across the back. And they put it up because they were going over on the lot with the big trucks cutting the yard up and
Oh.
throwing their track just like they did on my side. They think because it's a lot with trees on it, nobody owns it, it's just a wooded lot, they can do whatever they want to with it. I said, that's not true. I told that foreman, I said, just because these lots are just empty and they have trees and bushes on them, don't mean people don't own them.
Right.
I said, every lot out here was sold many years ago. They don't sell lots out here anymore. The only way you can buy a lot out here now is to go to the owner of the lot.
Right.
Because all the lots were completely sold years ago. And some of them just never got around to building them. And that's why they're sitting there empty like my lot.
That's good that these are like this, right?
But I said, even if I didn't get to build on it, it gives me space on this side of the house, and I own the lot on the other side. It gives me space over there, and then I own the lot in the middle that the house is on.
Hey, that's good though.
I said, it's not going to be that way behind me because I only own, I don't know, it's about 10 feet behind the shed. And then the property line starts for the other house that would be on the other side. I'm sure if anybody ever bought that, they'd put up a privacy fence. I said, pretty soon I'm going to have privacy fences up all around me and I don't have to put any of them up.
Right. It's like they put one, and they put one, and whoever on the other side of that put one up.
But you know, they weren't supposed to put the fences up to the street like that. They got away with it by saying that was their backyard.
Wow.
Because the house faces the other street, and then they own the property back here with the pool house and everything, which is, they made it their backyard. So that's how they got away with that rule. And the same way with here, their house faces the other street, and they use this as their back property. They got chickens and stuff back there.
I know I heard them a while ago.
They used to have a rooster, and I didn't mind hearing it. And a lot of people had roosters. But then they passed the rule that you could have 12 chickens, but you could no longer have a rooster. Because I guess there was too many people with one rooster, so they were all around. You heard all the roosters going crazy in the morning. I didn't mind hearing them because back where I'm from, it's farmland. There was roosters and chickens, all kind of farm animals everywhere.
I used to work in the chicken house. I liked it because we used to get them with the chickens when they were little bitty,
Yeah.
and they basically yellow. If they have black little chickens, they kill them. I used to
Why?
go, I don't know, but I used to go around getting all the little black ones and taking them home and raising them until they're huge.
Well, that's crazy that they would kill them.
But Tyson's, they don't do the black chickens for some reason. I don't know. But it has like little black spots. They're basically yellow, but they have a lot of black spots.
Well, I know there's one black chicken that they claim the meat is actually black. I've never seen those chickens,
Me
so I
neither.
don't know.
I've never seen.
But a lot of people will buy them and raise them just for the eggs and just to have the chickens because they're so neat. Pom-poms and I don't remember what they call those black chickens.
The ones that that we raised were like buller chickens. Like they take them, they kill them, and they like Tyson's. They would kind of pluck the chicken, the feathers, and put the head off, and pack them, and they ship them out to like the grocery stores and stuff like that.
So the black ones just didn't make their grade of
Yeah,
meat quality chickens, I guess.
yeah. And normally some of them would get.
It wouldn't hurt as long as they laid eggs. I mean, they could still put out good eggs.
Yeah, we used to have like 18 of those little bitty chickens. We brought them. They're sure they were bigger than the ones in Tyson,
Huh.
and they all got sick and it. And they didn't like my mom and the chickens. They would get out the coop and start chasing my mom, and she didn't like that. They used to chase her.
Well, we were up at my grandmother's, and this is when I was just a little toggle. Couldn't have been more than 2 maybe, because my mom said I was still in diapers, and one of the hens had a whole litter of little baby chicks, and everywhere the hen would go, the little chicks would go behind her, you know. And I'm out there chasing the little chicks, trying to play with them, and I got the mama hen mad.
Oh.
And she come around there, and Mama said that hen started picking at my butt, picked my diaper off.
Oh God.
Before Mama got to me,
Mm-mm.
I made that mama hen mad. She didn't want me messing
They're
with her
just like-
babies.
Oh, that's just like my sister. She used to have a duck. And there was one lonely little duck. The mama duck already had left it, and everything was little. She brought it home. Got along with the chickens. I thought it was a chicken, and then one day it just got sick and died.
Well, my grandparents on my dad's side were from North Carolina, and that's what their living was their farm. They raised everything they ate. I think my grandmother only bought coffee, sugar, and flour from the store. They even made their own cornmeal and everything. She had a smokehouse where they cured their own bacon and hams and sausage. Chicken, so she always had her own eggs, you know. She wanted a chicken for Sunday dinner. She went out there and grabbed one out of the yard.
My sister, she raises chickens and stuff, and she sells all her eggs.
But what I mean is, her chickens were not even in pens or nothing.
Yeah, my
They
sister.
just ran wild in the backyard, but they stayed there.
Yeah, my sister's put hers up at night because there's coyotes. So she
She had turkeys,
Oh, we seen a turkey not too long ago. And some
cows,
other-
horses, pigs.
Oh, I love cows and horses. I used to the dude that owned the chicken house that I worked for, he had cows and he used to raise the little ones. And we used to feed them, and they used to follow me to their feed bucket. Mom said, "You're a cow whisperer." I was like, "I guess so."
Well, I'd go up there with my grandma to feed up her hogs sometimes, and right across the street from our hog lot, the dirt road, my aunt and uncle lived, and my cousin, he was maybe 12, 13 years old at the time. He'd get out there and he'd jump on one of those hogs' back and hold on to their ears, and that hog would take off, running across the hog lot with him on his back like a drunken, one of those wild horses, you know. And he'd stay on, running across the field, and finally fall off.
Right.
Couldn't hold on to it. So I say I had plenty of cords in there.
You got plenty of cords. You could probably make it down to the.
Well, I've got a blower too, so I always try to keep long cords. So if I want to blow the sidewalk or anything off, I've got it.
Oh, it's a water blower.
Yeah. I told my son I was afraid that if I tried to get a gas chainsaw, it would be too heavy for me to use because I've got a bad neck and back. So I ended up with an electric blower and an electric chainsaw. Some people can't believe I own my own chainsaw. Good. I get out here and cut tree limbs myself.
I got a beaster. I got one of those steel. It cuts everything. Maybe even cut you if you don't pay attention.
Oh yeah.
At least that I can stop. All I gotta do is release the button. That gas one, there's no stopping. I think cuts like butter. Like, you wouldn't be, there's like no struggle.
wondering about these. Cause these little trees are gonna keep growing over because they're growing up under the subdivision. Couple of them probably
But it doesn't grow that quick, right? Which one?
like this one and there's one over there. See, it's growing right up under the other one that's already really there.
That's that thing over there.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 little ones right in that corner right there. We just gotta get somebody over here with a backhoe and just take one scoop through there and push them little stumps up.
Yeah, go push them up.
Oh. Wish I did.
Now, maybe if they build any new houses around here, they start clearing a lot out of the grass. But hey, maybe those grass comes up and then
Right.
push them stumps up.
I feel like, yeah. I'll let the boss know. Yeah, that's what I said. That's weird. I don't know what's going on.
This one is
I thought
actually,
it was a dead branch.
look, it's,
Yeah, see, that's the problem with these. If I don't get these things cut out of here, they can cause even more of a problem when they get bigger.
yeah, this one, it's actually to that little big tree right there.
Yeah.
It's just coming over and that's already fell.
If I get the trees cut down low, then hopefully I can try to keep the limbs as they start growing, trim back pretty easy. Until I can get somebody out here with a backhoe. I don't wanna have to get somebody out here with a backhoe just to do that little job.
Right.
I'd rather wait and have somebody out here with a backhoe already. Just say you wanna pick up a couple extra dollars and smooth out my shoulder.
There, I'm sure you'll find it.
Well, I don't know what they're gonna do about moving that crap off my lot. They may have to get a backhoe. But somebody else, as far as I know, somebody else owns that lot over here unless he bought 2 lots.
Figure out what she wants cut right here, and I'll go back to the trees one and do. Right here, right there.
See, everything was cut back basically almost to these 2 trees at one time. And then as the limbs started growing and growing, it turned into trees. So, that's a wicked looking tree behind there. When it grows up and it goes that way, it goes that way.
Good, scary movie.
They'd be good in a Halloween movie. Right at the 13th. Halloween. Change.
I don't know. That would not do this me.
You couldn't do much. I mean, my lot is real thick up here, but you get further over in it, it's not that thick. But you still ain't gonna do much of running nowhere in there.
Right.
It's gonna get tripped up in here.
Take it out.
I was afraid they were gonna say something about the trees the way they were coming over on top of the highway up here.
Yeah, I know. I thought that's what you were initially talking about, but I'm looking around here. I'm like, oh, it feels like they're hanging over the road.
Well, when even the maintenance
take this off.
I know, that's the reason I'm grabbing it at the end,
Alright,
because they stick you
let's get rid of all this stuff.
and they'll make you itch.
And we'll come back. Set those down. So, we got this. Although my feet are starting to hurt bad. Broke one of my toenails yesterday.
Oh, really?
I stuck it hard and broke it. Yeah, I know. I thought I did. I mean, I feel a little bit of a breeze right now. I
This
don't know
one,
where that's come from.
it always feels when if you're sitting out in the middle of the street, like you're sitting at the ocean.
Right.
And you can imagine during a storm,
Oh yeah.
the breeze that comes through here and what breeze or wind that blocks from the house to have these trees. It was funny, I had plumbers here doing some work one day, it was one summer, years ago. And they were taking a break. And the plumber's brother, he got one of my chairs and he come right out here in the middle of the street and just sat down. He said, it's cool out here.
There you go.
We're starting to get a little bit of shade from the trees on this side.
I think that might have been why it's cooled down just a little bit.
Yeah, they don't like it when the trees and stuff get too close to the pavement.
Oh yeah.
But like I said, the maintenance crew always come up the streets and were in charge of trimming it back before, but they haven't done it in several years now.
Tiny
blowing
breeze.
and standing in the shade sure makes a difference.
Tiny, tiny breeze.
Yeah, I said they could cut all the trees down if they want and replant more, but rules about the water shortage. You're allowed. Yeah, I've got just a regular tank. I don't have, I'm not on city seed. So once maybe every 5, 6, 7, 8 years or so, I have to have mine pumped. And the last time I had it pumped, it didn't need it. Well, the problem was it was stopped up from the line coming from the house, going into the tank. It was stopped up there because of the water shortage. You weren't allowed to use so much water, and I was just using water for the house and just me. It was not enough water to keep the line flushed out, so paper and all kind of stuff dried out, and it just clogged up the line. It was backing up the house. All I needed to do was go to Walmart and get me a $30 little Roto-Rooter thing, and I could have took care of it. No, I thought it was the pump, so, or the tank, so I got the septic people out here that charged me $150 to pump the tank out, and then the other guy come out with a Roto-Rooter. He was going to charge another $140 to unstop it, and he couldn't even plug it in. He pushed the line up through there with his hand, and less than 5 minutes it was unstopped. I could have done that. So I guarantee you, next time I will do one. That's the first thing I'm gonna do the next time mine backs up is I'm gonna go to Walmart, get one of them $30 Roto-Rooter things and run it through the line, and if that's not it, then I'll call septic. That's where all the air, the wind comes is from this direction, or from this direction this way. And I found through the storms, you want these trees.
I don't know. That's because most of those trees ain't as close as this.
Well, that canopy that I had back there. And I
got a few
have
more cuts right
concrete
here.
pillars at each 4 corners now, and it still moved them several inches. The asphalt, the wind did. And before that, it took the whole thing and flipped it over on its side.
Yeah, our car, they don't like Rudy.
said I might eventually think about putting in one of those combination washer and dryers, but you gotta wait till the dryer gets finished before you put another load of clothes in. So it does take longer, but it's just me. So I said I might consider that, or I may not. It don't take that long to dry stuff outside anyway.
Not that really hot.
I can hang it up in the house and it dries overnight. I usually hang it on the shower door or clothes hanger.
Oh yeah.
And it ain't gonna be my problem.
No.
It won't be your problem. They park on your land.
There's some stuff.
Well, I think it's, well, it's road access from the city back. I don't think they can do anything anymore. Cause there's a couple of stumps that are further enough out here that, like I said, each time I get it cut back, I go to cut it back again and they're further and further out. I don't know how to stop it. I've tried putting stuff on some of the stumps to kill the stumps. Some of it works on, some of it don't. I put Clorox, root killer, everything on that stump in the corner of that rock garden, and it still puts out sprouts. And I've done it for several years, and it's still growing. All of this I got to cut back. It's taking over my rock garden.
several years.
Oh yeah.
And I think the reason the association decided to make it everybody's own responsibility for their lot is so they don't have to go up with property fees. Keep paying maintenance to do it.
Hey, kitty. Hey, kitty. How you doing?
It must be about dinner time.
Is it dinner time?
Little buddy's coming to get
Yeah, he
dinner.
was just laying right here. Sit down. Kitty cat scared me. He's up there on the porch.
Oh, I gotta cool off again. Still going. Been going for 2 hours. I'll be cutting it back.
I was thinking.
Little buddy, you come home for supper?
He said, yes, ma'am, I did, ma'am. I did, ma'am, I did. He was just laying right here when I walked up at the end of the tree.
Yeah, but their favorite place is laying on the sidewalk in the shade.
Right there. I
'Cause
thought up under the window.
the central air unit keeps the rocks and the concrete cool and close to the house.
Mm-hmm.
So they like laying there. Where's Lucky, huh? This is little buddy. Lucky's the younger one. I don't know where he's at. He'll be here though. He'll be here for his dinner.
I think he's the one that was in the woods over there a while ago.
May have been. He's still playful like a kitten, you know. He likes to climb the trees and jump and carry on. Little buddy, he's a couple of years old, so he's a little laid back. He'd rather lay there and take it easy than go climb a tree.
Yeah, he was just rubbing against my legs.
I got all kinds of stuff falling in my water.
I know, definitely if you sit over there. I pick up him in a bit.
He likes laying on his belly like that to cool his belly off on the concrete.
My sister's cat, he likes to lay on his back. It rolls around.
It's funny, sometimes when it's real hot, he'll stretch his front paws out just as far as he can get them, and his hind legs too, and then lay flat on his.
All I know is I cannot wait for it to cool off.
Oh, wasn't it glorious those few days it cooled down to like in the 80s?
It was great. I was so busy.
We got that rain and then it cooled down for a few days in the 80s. It was so nice.
Supposed to next week. It's supposed to be in the 80s.
Is it?
But who knows? It might rain.
Scratch my ankle just enough to make it burn, not enough to make it bleed or anything.
Oh yeah, from the skin.
That's right.
to worry about getting it too good. I mean, it's all gonna rot and go to the soil anyway. And then when I run the mower over, it's gonna chop it all up more. Yeah, that's one thing I always did is kept the road front nose even on that lot. Well, I sure do appreciate it, because I was thinking I was gonna have to get out there myself and do it.
Hey, I'm glad I could come home. Like, I really am. And you know, I'm glad you caught me while I was still over. Literally, I was afraid.
Yeah, we were just in Indian Harbor.
Well, I thought I had put my phone in my purse and I didn't. And I grabbed a little package that I had to get in the mail for the trivia prize. And I left my phone laying right on the table.
Yeah, that's probably that person. Hey, Joe, you still ain't over here yet?
Well, that's the trees. If y'all need trees cleaned up, call Cody. Phone number.
214-500-6185.
There you go. If you need tree work or any odd jobs.
There you go.